Yo, how's it going, guys? This is a different kind of video. I'm actually gonna be doing a tutorial on how to make a logo if you already read the title. So this is my logo. I'm gonna be recreating it. I'll show you guys how to do that. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna make this in a 1920 by 1920. You can make it in whatever you want, but I like using a high resolution image. So for our background, we're gonna start off. I used a brick wall background, so let me get that real quick. So I'm using a brick wall image for the background. So just kind of cover that on the surface area. And once you got that, you're going to want to go down to curves. And we're going to get this like a darker look to it. Yeah, right about there. Alright, so also hit Control U and turn the saturation down so it's black and white. Alright, create a new layer, curves, and let's go to gradient. It's gonna be a radial gradient, and make this black, not like a transparent look. Alright, and okay, reverse it, and I'm gonna put this to about like a 12-ish. I could make that a little darker. Let me drop that down a bit. Yeah, like right there. Alright, so once you got all that done, you're gonna want to get your logo. I'm using this right here. It's a P. I'll put the font that I'm using in the description if you want to use it. Alright, so once you got that, you're gonna want to double click on this right here, and we're gonna add a outer glow. Where's that at? Alright, right here. No, an inner glow. Alright, so you're gonna want to use your color. You can use this color too. It's I'll just copy and paste. Just copy and paste this color right here if you want to use my color, or you can, or it's F4 zeros. Use your color, doesn't matter. I'm going with a white and a red, so you're gonna change the size. I'm gonna get mine to right about like 73. It's gonna be different for yours if you're using a different dimension than I am. Alright, so we're also gonna add an outer glow. Same thing, same color. There we go. I'm gonna put that at about like 87-ish. And a drop shadow we're gonna add on to that. So just fiddle with this a little bit. I'm gonna put mine like right about there. It's at 25, 39, and 6. Alright, so now that we got that done, we're going to hit Control J. It's gonna duplicate it. Just go here and clear the effect, clear layer style. Then just turn it to a smart object, hit convert to smart object, and we're gonna go over here and you're gonna paste your same color right there. Come up to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm just gonna turn this up a bit. I'm gonna put mine at like 20, like 16.6% for me. And then you're gonna drop this one right below there. That way you have this little look to it. Alright, so once I have all of that done, I'm gonna go ahead and hit control on all of these. No, just on the 2P logos, and I'm gonna right click and merge layers. Once I got that, I'm going to get my logo again. I'm gonna drop it on here. It's gonna be on top. Now I'm gonna hide all of these layers. That way I can see what I'm doing here. And we're going to trace just little parts of the area. Alright, once I have that, I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm gonna click on this tool up here, and we're going to right click, hit stroke. I'm gonna put this at 7 pixels, same color, put the location on inside, and hit OK. And then I'm gonna hit I'm gonna click on this layer. We're gonna hit Control J. Now we have 2 of these layers. We're gonna go back up to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. This one we're gonna put at like 10%, right there. Go back down to the bottom layer, hit Control J. Raise this up to the top. I'm gonna double click on this. We're gonna go to color overlay, make it white. Hit OK, and we're gonna change this one over here to overlay. I'm gonna drop this down to the bottom layer, just like that. And on layer 2, we're going to also put a filter over on that. We're gonna go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm gonna put it at about 2%. Alright, that way we have that kind of look to it. Alright, so I'm gonna create a new layer, click on my pen tool, and I'm gonna go ahead and trace this one as well. Alright, so once we got that trace, go ahead and hit Control Enter. That way we get like a border effect. Click on this tool up here, right click, create a stroke, 7 pixels inside the color, your choice. And we're gonna hit Control J to duplicate the layer. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and this one's at 10%. Copying the same settings from the other one. Control J on the bottom layer, double click, put a color overlay, make it white and normal. I'm gonna drag this one down to the bottom, and we're gonna click on layer 4, which is the first layer we had. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and this one was at 2%. Alright, so now we should have a neon effect. I'm gonna go ahead and group these layers together. Or I'm gonna merge the layers on both of these. Alright, so now we have these, and I'm gonna merge these 2 as well, because why not? Alright, so you can go ahead and delete this logo. We were just using it to trace, and I'm gonna go ahead and add these back, see what it looks like. Alright, so you should have this right about now, and I'm gonna go ahead and hide these once again, and I'm going to hit Control J on this. We're gonna duplicate this layer. I'm gonna bring it up and over to the right a bit, and we're gonna go to, I'm gonna hit this selection tool right here. I'm gonna trace over the entire thing, that way we have the border outline of it. And I'm gonna click on this tool up here again, and right click, stroke, and you're gonna change this color to a color of your choice. I'm gonna go blue, inside color, yada yada yada. It should turn blue. We're gonna double click on it, color overlay, and change this color overlay to the same color that you used. Alright, now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and deselect it, and I'm gonna go through with my eraser tool and erase all of these inside lines that's inside the red one. Now you're gonna have that neon type look, and yeah, I'm actually gonna go over that blue once again because it's still kind of noticeable. I actually might just take it off completely, so just keep going over it till it's gone. Alright, there we go. Alright, so once we got all that cleaned up, I'm going to hide all these layers once again. I'm gonna group these 2, the red and blues, together. Merge layers. Duplicate the layer. And we're gonna change this. We're gonna go to color overlay, and we're gonna change this to a white. That way we have that neon effect, but it's way too light. I'm gonna change this to overlay. And we're gonna turn the opacity down to like maybe 80. There we go. Alright, so once that's at about 80-ish%, we're going to go to filter, blur, Gauge blur, and we're gonna crank this one up to, shoot, we're gonna crank this up to like about like 9%, and go ahead and drop this down below there, and I'm gonna go ahead and unhide all those other things. And that is pretty much it. You can add anything else you want, but hey, if this logo looks good for you, please just drop a like. It is 100% free and it helps me out so much. And if you want to be a beast, you know, there's always a sub button down there. Hit notifications if you want to see when I upload. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.